In this tutorial, we will take a closer look at slice and splice method of array. We will understand what is the difference between slice and splice method. But before we dive into this method, I want to introduce concat method first. Now you know that you can add and remove array element at the beginning and at the end of the array. There is a method which add multiple elements at the end of the array, which is concat. In the previous lecture, we learned push, pop, unshift and shift method, which can insert element and return modified array. Now the concat method is a little bit different. Using concat method, you can insert array element at the end of the array. The best thing is you can put multiple element at a time. This method will return original array. As you know, push, pop, unshift and shift method is returned a new modified array. Anyway, let's take an example of concat method. So I will just declare a simple numerical array here. So I will say constant arr is equal to and specify few elements. So I will say 1, 2 and 3. And I will just print this array on the console. Just after that, I just wanted to concat this array and I just wanted to add 4, 5, 6 in this array. So I will say console.log and specify my array name. So I will say arr dot, I will call the concat method, and in the parenthesis I will specify 4, 5 and 6. Right? So when you execute this statement, this will return original array with modified element. So you can see 4, 5 and 6 is added at the end of the array. Right? Now let's head on to the main topic, which is slice method. Now the slice method used to return sub array. If you wanted to slice array and get sub array from that array, then this method is for you. Slice method has two arguments. The first argument where the sub array begins and the second argument where the sub array ends. When you are specifying arguments, you need to specify index value from where the sub array begins and where sub array ends. This method allows you to specify negative indices when you want to count your array index from the end of the array. For example, so I will just create a new array here. So I will say constant arr2 is equal to and specify few elements. So I will say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Now using console.log, I will just print array with slice method. So I will say console.log, specify my array name. So I will say arr2 dot, I will just call my slice method. So I will say slice here, and in the parenthesis I will specify 2 here. So this parameter refers to the second index. It means this array start from the second index, right from here. Right? So when you execute this, you will get 3, 4 and 5 on the console. Just after that, I will specify my second argument to the slice method. So I will say arr2 dot slice and specify 2 here where I want to start my array and specify second argument. So I will specify 4 here where I wanted to end up my array. So the 4 is referred to the index value 4. It means the 4 is refers to the fifth element of the array. Right? So when you execute this, you will get 3 and 4 on the console. Now I just wanted to print 5 on the console. To print that, I will just say console.log and in the slice method I will just put -1. So this slice method start from the end and this will print 5 on the console. Now we have another method which add and remove array element at any position, which is splice. Splice method allows you to do in-place modification of the string. Using Splice method, you can add and remove array element from any index. Isn't it great? It is. When you specify an argument, the first argument is the index where you wanted to start modifying, and the second argument is the number of element to remove, and the remaining arguments are the element to be added, right? Keep that into your account. For example, so I will just declare an array here. So I will say constant arr3 is equal to, and in the square bracket I will specify 1, 4, 5. Now using Splice method, I just wanted to add 2 and 3 just after the first element. So I will just say arr3 dot splice method. So I will just call my splice method, and in the parenthesis I will specify first argument 1. I just wanted to modify this array from the first index, right? And then I will specify my second index, which is 0. The 0 refers to none. It means I don't want you to remove any element from this array. That is why I specify 0 here. If you wanted to remove any element, then you can specify 1, 2, 3 or any value here. Just after that, I will specify 2 arguments here, which I wanted to add just after the first element. So I will say 2, 3, right? And just after that, I will just print this array on the console. So when you execute this, you will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the console. So you can see here, I just added 2 and 3 element just after the first index, right? Now if you wanted to remove any element, then you can do that also. Now I just want to remove these 2 elements again. So I will just specify arr3 dot, I will just call my splice method, and in the parenthesis I will just specify where I wanted to start. So I will just start from the first index and how many element I wanted to remove. So I just wanted to remove 2 elements from the first index. So I will specify 2 here, and just after that I will say console.log and print this array on the console. So when you execute this statement will start from the first index just after the first element and remove 2 elements from the array. So this will remove 2 and 3 from the array and print the remaining array on the console. So you will get 1, 4, 5 on the console, right? You can remove any element from any position in the array, but you just need to understand where you wanted to start from and where you wanted to end up. Practice with these array methods. Doing practice will always help you to understand this method well. That's it. I hope you understand this lecture.